LA this week, Los Angeles takes an historic step toward making our environment clean and green. That's coming up.
Bringing world-famous museums to underserved communities. I'm Gil Reyes, inside the Natural History Museum's Moving Museum on Wheels, which makes a stop in South Los Angeles.
I'm Saida Pagan for LA This Week. It just got a lot easier to find your way around Hollywood. I'll have the story coming right up.
Hey everyone, I'm Umayma Rashid. Here's what's happening in LA this week. The next time you want a straw for your drink, you'll have to ask for one. A new law banning all restaurants from automatically giving customers plastic straws went into effect in the city of Los Angeles. The goal of the new law is to reduce the amount of plastic waste littering our beaches and waterways.
Good morning, everyone. This is an important day for Los Angeles. We are taking bold action. 1 in 5 pieces of garbage that are found on our beaches on Coastal Cleanup Day are plastic straws.
Plastic straws may seem small, but their impact can be vast. Plastic straws end up in oceans and waterways, breaking down into small pieces and eaten by fish and wildlife, often killing them.
Starting today, English and Spanish signage will be displayed at all 119 McDonald's restaurants in the city of Los Angeles, informing our customers of the new law and asking them to consider the environment before taking a straw.
So many restaurants have already gone to paper or biodegradable straws. There are alternatives for reusable straws, metal, rubber, even bamboo and pasta straws. There are already alternatives that exist. And then you can also just go with no straw at all. I haven't used straws in a couple of years for anything, including smoothies. So I think we've become accustomed and conditioned that plastic is necessary in our lives, single-use plastic, and it's not.
A recent report shows that Americans throw away an astonishing 500 million plastic straws each day. Hollywood is a fun place to spend a day, but finding your way around can be a challenge for first-time visitors. But thanks to Los Angeles City Council member Mitch O'Farrell and other city leaders, new pedestrian signage promises to make the Hollywood experience a lot more user-friendly. Saida Pagan has the story on the Heart of Hollywood initiative.
Hollywood is one of America's top tourist destinations. Each year, an estimated 10 million people converge on this part of Los Angeles, looking for famous faces and glamorous places. But for those new to the area, finding all the iconic locations can seem like a scene out of a Hollywood adventure movie. Ludka Vidmar from Sweden wanted to see the Walk of Fame and the studios. Do you know where everything is located?
No, so we don't know that, so we try to use Google Maps.
Los Angeles city leaders recently unveiled part of the solution, wayfinding signs, a total of 79 of them scattered throughout historic Hollywood. The pedestrian signs are one important part of what is called the Heart of Hollywood initiative. Officials say more pedestrian traffic is good for the economy and the community.
It adds a certain vibrancy, and it gives this accurate sense that government cares enough to make sure that our neighborhoods look better, they're safer, and they're cleaner.
Parking will be the focus of the initiative's next phase. Digital occupancy signs like the ones you see in malls will be coming soon. Another change will be parking meters with rates that vary depending on the time of day and driver demand. This Heart of Hollywood initiative has been years in the making. Government agencies and community groups have been working together to make it easier and safer for people to get where they want to go. Hollywood visitors we spoke to say they appreciate these signs. This family had just driven in from San Francisco.
It seems pretty logical to me. I don't know. Honestly, we just parked and got here, and that was the first thing I looked to. So,
did you know where you were going?
Not in the slightest.
I think it's a great idea because many people want to stroll around on their own, and just have a signs to show you where you are is great. Yeah.
Up next for improvements is the world-famous Walk of Fame. A master plan is already being developed to make visiting the walk an even better experience.
There are even more improvements being planned. Expect to see electronic messaging signs leading to Hollywood and an app to find parking more quickly. How do you rejuvenate a beloved community space? Some fun and games might do the trick. That's exactly what South Park residents and the LAPD did recently as they got together to work on improving relations and reducing crime.
In recent memory, neighbors regard this 19-acre park as a magnet for drug use, homelessness, plagued by crime and violence. In 2016, we began the process of bringing the shine back to South Park with the installation of a new synthetic soccer field right behind us. South Park continues to be unsafe. What good is investing more than $10 million in this park if it's too dangerous for our children, our families, or our seniors? We're about to change that perception. I'm elated to say that on this day we officially launched the Community Safety Partnership Program.
I just want to thank the community for allowing us to partner and build bridges.
Oh, baby, you all right? I'm doing well. How about you? I'll be all right. You know.
This is relationship-based policing, so it's being a part of the community and working together. Pretty much the future of policing.
Ultimately, we all might come from a different background or whatnot, but inside we're the same heart and the same people.
I know that all of us here share the same vision for this park, and that is to make it a safe place where our families can build memories, our children can run freely, and the community gather during the day or night.
Growing up in South LA, I've always heard, hey, this is just the way things are down here, and I hate that. And I don't want that anymore.
Our whole vision is taking it back. This is our park. We want the community members, the kids to feel safe here. We're excited to see the change here.
The annual LA River Cleanup is one of the biggest and most community-forward events of the year. Hundreds of volunteers help remove and collect trash from one of our most precious resources.
Hearts that won't heal, your eyes have died. You see more than I. Girl, you're a star in the face of the sky.
We're here to provide entertainment for Friends of the Los Angeles River and all the volunteers who are here cleaning up.
What are you doing here today?
LA River cleanup.
For much of my upbringing, we didn't think of this so much as a river anymore. We thought of it as the wash. We thought of it as a place where you would go down and maybe goof off, but we didn't think of that as a living, breathing river. Well, Los Angeles is committed to bringing this river back.
Over the past 30 years, we have mobilized over 70,000 volunteers just like you to remove over 400 tons of trash from this impaired but precious waterway. This is trash that would otherwise end up in the Pacific Ocean, so you are all here making true environmental impact today.
It's amazing the stuff that I've heard of that people find buried. This is my weirdest object yet, a paint roller. I dug out a bicycle. I found this acrylic sweater almost all buried. I pulled it out. I noticed it didn't have one single stain or one single hole. I took it home, I washed it, I dried it out. With the tweezers, I pulled out every little twig and root that had been growing in it, and it ended up being a perfect, beautiful, wearable sweater. I still have it. I call it my river sweater.
I feel encouraged by how many people are out here to pick up the trash. I was so shocked when I came and there was like a long line to check in. That was awesome because I was like, oh man, it's so easy to get discouraged by seeing all the trash, just in LA in general, it's constantly very dirty. And then to see so many people have hope and take action towards change is the best part.
I wanted to come here.
Why?
Because I want to help my community and make it a better community.
One person may feel that they can't make a huge impact on our environment, but when you see so many people, each of whom individually made that decision to come together, you see the massive impact that we can all make together.
The fact that we still have the core values of humanity like community, that's the best.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the care that you give. But just remember, today is just a day that we act on it. For the rest of the 364 days, we think about it and figure out how to pay our homage.
I would not miss this opportunity. I'm an LA native. We only have one river. So for me to be able to do this takes, every time I do it, I'm that much closer to my dream of having the whole river back to normal, natural bottom like this, stuff growing in it, maybe being able to take, canoe rides on it, a real river again.
Thank you for doing this for the city.
You're welcome.
Oftentimes, parents are just too busy or can't afford to take their kids to the museum. Gil Reyes reports on a no-cost option that recently made a stop in South Park in South LA.
I think it's pretty nice and it has a lot of cool stuff they get to learn about.
South Park resident Aaliyah Benjamin and her cousins do something they rarely get to experience: go to a museum.
Because our parents don't want to take us like that. Sometimes they don't. They be tired.
Whatever the reason, the Natural History Museum and Exposition Park has them covered. Their mini mobile museum stops by the neighborhood. It's a 50-foot-long trailer where kids can learn about Southern California plants and wildlife for free.
It's a space designed to look like you're outside in the Santa Monica Mountains. We've been serving schools in Los Angeles Unified and in other districts since 1992 with this truck specifically, and we actually have others as well.
South LA Councilman Curtin Price calls it a sad fact that many inner city kids just don't make it out to museums very often. So the idea here is, why not bring the museums to the kids? In this case, the local park and recreation center.
South Park Recreation Center on 51st and San Pedro hosted the traveling museum. Also, this mini installation from the California Science Center. Representatives from the always free Broad and California African American museums also stopped by to encourage more South LA families to visit.
It's true, many don't, and it's just miles and minutes away. But they don't have the experience, don't have the interest, don't have the desire, don't have the means sometimes to get to the museum. And so we want to make sure that kids know that the museum is here for them and that they should take advantage of it.
Councilman Price says the traveling museum will return to South LA somewhere down the road. And to book one for your school at no cost, visit the Natural History Museum's website at nhm.org. While the city of LA is working on long-term solutions to our homeless crisis, others in the community are coming up with immediate solutions to help those living on the streets.
Well, they say that on any given night there's over 50,000 people that are experiencing homelessness. People sleeping on the streets, people just kind of like looking lost and not where to go. That's why neighborhood councils, they love to get involved, they love to help, and this is one great way that, they can take resources back into their community.
Well, Los Angeles is the homeless capital of the U.S. We have about 60,000 people in the county that don't have a safe place to sleep at night, and it's unacceptable.
Typically, people falling into homelessness for the first time are losing their housing, but they still have their car. And where are they going to park safely and legally in the city of LA every night? So that's what we do.
So we get a lot of, blocking the sidewalk, open bottle containers, jaywalking tickets. A lot of times they get their driver's licenses suspended or they have bad credit, and that helps. That's a barrier to housing, and so removing all that really helps.
So the situation right now is so horrific, right? We already have people camping on the streets. It's not sanitary, it's not safe, and it's a public health hazard. So why don't we just do it in a more dignified way? And that's what Cardboard Origami represents.
I have a home right now, but I would like to know some information because I have friends all over in LA that they are homeless, and I want to see if I can help them.
And most of the people we see are people we knew when they were housed. People in Milwaukee are not becoming homeless and say, I'm going to go to LA. People in LA who are homeless started out in LA. So we're basically just helping our neighbors and helping our neighbors navigate the system.
We don't have enough shelters, we can't build them fast enough, so that's why this is an immediate intervention that people need to support, and we need to really do this.
From helping those experiencing homelessness to helping our veterans, many don't know where to find the help they need, but a recent resource fair offered a one-stop shop for a variety of services.
The event is called Stand Up by military terms. Basically what it is that resource event where we're hoping more veterans will show up and they will find out there's job training, job reentry, mental health, home loans, all kinds of stuff that the veteran or the current military member can qualify for.
Art is a part of the Children and Family Wellness Working Group, and he really had this idea of creating a resource fair, which is a stand down, and really connecting families and veterans and services all throughout Northeast LA. And I thought that was a really great idea because I do see a lot of veterans in Northeast LA. I'm also local, and I don't see a lot of events for veterans. So I really just wanted to take part in that and help support and connect veterans with all the services that they have in Greater Los Angeles.
Sometimes you have to make adjustments of getting yourself in good health, mental health, and taking care of the issues that are preventing you to be successful. It's there if you want it.
Spring has sprung, and folks in Sylmar celebrated the occasion with what else? An egg hunt, of course, with a little health fair mixed in.
So today at Sylmar Rec Center we have our annual egg hunt. This year we are incorporating a health and safety fair to provide valuable information and resources to our community. We have various arts and crafts, games, different booths that have information. We'll be having our actual egg hunt for all children ages 0 to 12 years old.
Having this event here definitely brings a lot of awareness to the programming, classes that we do offer here on a year-round basis. So our main focus is, to keep the families together, bring them out for a special time. That way everyone can have fun.
Over at Exposition Park, folks enjoy their own spring festival, which featured family fun, including rides, live music, balloon making, and lots of roses.
The Expo Center holds an annual spring festival, so we thought it'd be great this year to host it in the Exposition Park Rose Garden. I mean, we have over 60,000 different types of roses. This is a very historic garden, and it's operated and owned by the City of Los Angeles, Department of Recreation and Parks. And so we thought it'd be great for folks to come in and smell the roses and just have a lot of fun.
Besides your presentation, what was the highlight of the day?
Being able to take pictures here by the fountain and enjoy the flowers. Be here as a group. It's our first time being here as a whole group and taking these lovely pictures.
My first years, I never been here, and the roses, but this event is beautiful. For the family and the entertainment for the kids is fun. I love it.
In Lincoln Heights, a brand new playground is brightening the neighborhood and encouraging outdoor play.
3, 2, 1, go!
I started in the department 30 years ago. In 1990, this was my second assignment. So this is very special to me, and this community will always be special to me.
We hosted a community meeting here, and the community was very excited about this new playground.
You know, these are 5 years old, they love parks, they need to be outside, so and there's not that many around in this block. So
to be able to dedicate this wonderful structure the shade. The kids do not have to be in the sun. They can play all day.
The community of Lincoln Heights said, you know what? We want this playground to be interactive. We want it to be quality. And we want it to be accessible for children in this community that we know are living with disabilities.
Look here what you've done. From a dusty little place that nobody cared to play, it has turned into a beautiful, beautiful treasures. And so to see these young kids now play, I feel like being a little kid. I wish I could be their age. I can enjoy this beautiful park.
This park serves as a social, recreational fixture in the community, and we're happy to support many adventures and friendships that will be made here.
My son is 5, so he's very excited. We've been waiting for him for quite some time.
The LAPD Museum puts on a carnival for the community. A new furry member joins the LA Zoo family, and Westwood gets a new stop sign. All this in City Beat.
LAPD's Northeast Division recently held a community carnival in Glassell Park. Proceeds benefited the LAPD Museum. Both kids and families enjoyed rides, games, and naturally, yummy funnel cake. The LA Zoo recently added a member to its family with the birth of a new female zebra foal. The first such birth since 1988, the zoo welcomes visitors to come say hello to the cute new baby girl. And 5th District Council member Paul Koretz recently welcomed a new stop sign to the intersection of Kelton and Massachusetts in Westwood. A recent surge in traffic has led to a surge in accidents, and the new signage will help to curtail that.
They don't have to watch for somebody plowing through at 60 miles an hour. Now there will be much greater safety.
The ribbon is cut and it's time to play hoops. LA's all-girls Sacred Heart High School celebrates a brand new gymnasium.
This gym has been in the making for 20, 25, 30 years, and it's a huge achievement for us. We were one of the only Catholic all-girls school in the Archdiocese without a gym.
I was a student athlete, so having to practice at Lincoln Park and having to have our games there was difficult just because we wouldn't get a lot of support because it was off campus. So the fact that it's on campus now, the girls will be able to have support from their fellow Comets.
We believe that young girls and young women deserve that same opportunity as young boys and men, and so we're just happy that that now we have this over here on the east side of the city.
We cannot wait to make new memories in our brand new gymnasium.
Coming to Sacred Heart without a gym was still a great experience, but having a gym is just an extra wow.
Sacred Heart is a place where our teachers, staff, and coaches encourage us to be the best versions of ourselves possible.
Thank you to everyone who helped this dream of ours come true.
Enjoy free pancakes during a pop-up art show, raise awareness on homelessness while listening to stories from those living on the streets, and enjoy the cultural diversity of a Southeast European film festival. All this in Things to Do.
Don't miss the return of the Los Angeles Pancakes and Booze Art Show. This underground pop-up art show celebrates 10 years of serving free pancakes and introducing SoCal residents to some of the nation's leading emerging artists. This 2-day event will include body painting, live DJs, and more. It's all happening at the Los Angeles Pancakes and Booze Art Show May 3rd and 4th, beginning at 8 p.m. The show is set to take over Lot 613, located at 613 Imperial Street. For more details, check out their listing on Eventbrite.com. Homeward LA is gearing up to take over LA Performance Spaces. This traveling theater company will put up a series of productions featuring monologues based on stories from people who have experienced homelessness. Funds raised from the event will go to the Midnight Mission. So do your part to support homelessness awareness and the arts by attending Homeward LA. Production begins April 26th and runs through May 5th. For performance times and venues, visit homewardla.org. Travel halfway around the globe without leaving your hometown. The 14th annual Southeast European Film Festival can take you there. This film festival showcases the cultural diversity of Southeast Europe and fosters cultural exchange through its annual presentations of films from that region. Sneak a peek at how the other half lives at the Southeast European Film Festival, happening May 1st through the 8th. For a complete listing of festival programs and venues, visit cfestla.org. And that's a look at some things to do.
That's it for this edition. I'm Umaima Rashid. From all of us here at LA This Week, thanks for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next week for more LA This Week.